knocked out by Churchill tanks of the 48th Royal Tank Regiment at Medj Bab in early 1943. A round goes under the barrel, jams the turret and disables that tank. And the crew abandon the vehicle, and it's the first captured Tiger in the West. Now I'll let you listen to the engine note as it drives around. We're not going to drive it far, it will be taking part in the battle. So Tiger 131 was inspected by the King in process to actually get the tank running again. You can see the Maybach HL210 engine inside the museum that originally powered this tank. We had to use a HL230 engine that also powered Tiger 1s that we had a spare, and that's the one that's actually driving this vehicle today. Now one of the issues, as you can imagine, we have is tank mileage. We keep the track mileage down on this Tiger, and we run it about 3 times a year. And famously, we also took it up to the Fury movie as our Sherman you might have seen earlier. That was in the Fury movie as well, and it was filmed there. Basically, we have to be honest and say this Tiger tank is not going to run. Manning it, and they brought over that rides vehicle, and it's a bit of a comparison to see, because after World War II, the German army went in the 1950s. They put together a tank called the Leopard 1, and it was very different in concept to the Tiger. The Leopard 1, we saw them start the display today earlier on. Very fast vehicle, thin armour, good gun on it. And the amazing thing with the Leopard family of vehicles, the Germans, Rheinmetall, the design parent body for this, they've kept that mobility with a whopping great MTU diesel engine in the back of the vehicle. They've kept the mobility up. They've added armour over time. So the vehicle you're actually looking at the moment is what we would call a Leopard 2 variant. This particular one, a Leopard 2A4. Now, of course, many countries, including the Dutch here, bought the Leopard from Germany. Lots of countries around the world have still got it into service. And lots of countries fairly recently decided that the tank was old hat and we don't need them for in our modern armies anymore. Famously, Canada got rid of the Leopard. Actually said goodbye. Guys coming over, as they have done, because they're crewing this vehicle, and they brought over one of these Leopard tanks without the turret on. You may have seen it driving around the arena earlier. So there's an interesting contrast there for you, for the photographers. Tiger 1 and the modern, or much more modern, German side of the road, and then UK in France is also back in the red. It's now a memorial. Another Tiger 1 at the French Tank Museum at Saumur on the Loire Valley. There's a couple of Tigers in Russia, a wreck of one that's on display at the Victory Park and one in the Russian National Collection. But at the moment, this is the only Tiger 1 tank that's actually working. But no doubt in the future, other vehicles, replicas, other bits put together. Maybach engine, don't forget, in the rear, powering through to the front of the vehicle. Unlike most tanks, the only powered wheels on that vehicle are those tooth wheels on the front that bite into the track and pull the tank along it. Torsion bar suspension, so twisted metal bars springing down those wheels, and they're interleaved wheels to spread the weight of that big heavy tank out across the wide track. And again, this particular Tiger, because it was captured in North Africa, of course, battle damage from when the tank was captured. And if you get a chance to have a closer look at the tank, underneath the front mantlet, in other words, the bit that holds the gun on the front of the turret, you can see where that 6-pounder strike jammed beneath the turret in the hull to make that tank inoperable. We've never been able to pin down the Tiger crew that were in the vehicle. We have a photograph of them, but we hope one day the full story of why they abandoned that tank in combat